Hi and good evening and welcome to Thfc Till I Die, your home of transfer latest news, your home of Tottenham past, present and their exciting future under Ange Postecoglou as we look to give you the latest, and I mean the very latest on transfer news. We are the only channel around that will give you the proper 100%, 100% McCoy proper news, real news, no clickbaiting, no nothing. We will give you the up-to-date news, and you can guarantee that with us here. Joining me, of course, tonight, he's come back from the Stone Age, from today. He's come back from playing with his mate Barney Robble. He's now back to 2024. Philip, how are you? And while you're away, a lot's been happening. A lot's been said. A lot's not been said. And it's a bit confusing, isn't it?
Trust us to get a power cut. 9 hours without power today. One of the coldest days of the year as well. So it's pretty bad. We're all electric in this house. But anyway, but it's back on now, obviously, as you can see. And I've just taken my coat off because it's taken me 3 hours to thaw out. So anyway, it's good to see a bit of progress on the Werner deal. Anyway, I'm glad to see he's in the door now. It's a great move for us.
That is, Philip, that is breaking news. He is in the door. It is a 6 months loan with a buy option of €17 million in the summer if Ange fancies it. And this were the first words he said: "I've joined the big club. I'm here at Tottenham to win titles." That's what you want to hear, isn't it, Philip? That's what you want to hear from a player coming in.
Yeah, that's the type of mentality we want to see, And just it's very ironic that the day he comes back to London and joins Tottenham, his previous club Chelsea get beaten 1-0 by Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup.
It is. But look, it's a good signing, Philip, for me. It really is a good signing. What do you think he'll bring to the team? What do you think he'll bring in the front three for Ange?
Well, first of all, apart from his ability, he's going to bring competition.
Yeah.
He's going to let, especially Richarlison, I think he's going to have to look over his shoulder now and say, hang on a bit, I've got to up my game a bit, or this lad's going to take my place in the team, which is what you should have. You should have these two boys scrapping off each other to see who gets the nod every week. So, and his work rate is brilliant. He's quick. He's got pace to burn. I think we're going to have one of the fastest top threes or front threes in the Premiership once he gets going. And I think it's a great move. Now, I was a bit reticent about him at the start because I was going back to his Chelsea days, but when I looked into it a bit more, I said this guy is a lot better than his stats show, and I think playing in a team with Ange as the boss, he'll thrive. He will thrive.
Do you think it's worth a punt in the summer? 17 million?
Tell you after a few games. We'll soon know. We'll know in 4 or 5 matches whether he's going to buy him or not.
But anyway, let's who's in the chat tonight, Philip. We've got Jazz Fusion, big up. Evening, Dermot. Any wrap up besides Timo? I have got the very, very latest on Radu, and I'm going to have my rant on Radu as well. I'm getting very peed off with what I've seen on X, what I've seen on some social media sites. People are giving out the wrong information. And this is why I said at the beginning, this is the channel of the 100% right information. And it is true, isn't it, Philip? You may disagree on this transfer, but I think on this, we're on the same page, aren't we? When it comes to giving the right information and not... Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And
I know. I know we may disagree slightly on the fundamentals of transfers and the way they're operated and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm 100% behind you on this one. There was an awful lot of, pardon the word, bullshit been put about this Radu, and it's by people who should know better.
Yeah,
they really should know better. But they seem to be having it's a slow news day. What will we do? Make up a story someone else is in for Draga or for Dragusin. It's not good. It's not. I mean, that's okay. In my limited looking at social media today, I'm shaking my head at some of the posts. Really,
yeah.
They're just not too good to be bad. That's been the best way of putting it.
Don't worry, David. We're not saying. He said it's BS. I'll switch off till given an interview. I hope that wasn't meant at us, because we tried to give you the proper news, the right information, and then it's up to you to make your own mind up after we've given you the information we have. So let's start with it. We'll go through it, and then we'll go through the whole day with the Radu deal, Philip, and we'll get up to very late, and then we're going to go through some of the other transfers from around the Premier League. Philip's going to have his little rant on the Saudi League as well with Jordan Henderson, and then other bits and pieces as well. Greg said it. It says Dragusin is going to Bayern, isn't he? Nope. Just relax.
Nope.
Just relax. Relax.
The player wants Tottenham. He wants Tottenham.
He wants Tottenham. Listen to. I do know what I was nicknamed tonight in Dave's channel. Dermot Romero. That was my nickname. So listen to Dermot Romero. He is telling you,
we'll bite your legs.
You just sit, relax, and chill. He is coming to Tottenham. Good evening, big up Hoggod 10. Good evening, everyone. Side Dance 83. Good evening, everyone. We've got Carl Simpson. I'm really pleased with Werner. Is it Warner or
Werner? V. You pronounce W as a V in German. Right. Werner.
Yeah. Werner. I'm really pleased with Werner, and I'm sure he will silence his critics. I still think Radu is coming to Spurs. He is. You and me both know Carl he is. So come on, be confident. I'm all concerned about the Dragusin deal. Don't worry, Brian. Listen to Dermot Romero. I am telling you, he is coming. Philip, you just back me up. He is coming.
Yeah, well, and the information that we have is the guy is mad to come to Tottenham, and I can't see anything that's going to stop him, really.
No. We've got David Shea. Big up, Dermot. Oh my effing God! Is it? Oh, it's Philip. I thought it was Val Doonigan. LOL. Sorry about the spelling. No, you're grand.
You should be sorry about the comparison as well.
Yeah. When he came on, he was shouting Wilma. Is it Wilma?
No, I was only getting the pronunciation of Werner right. Getting the German right,
He couldn't even say hello. He was going, hello.
I was too cold down with. I was freezing.
No, you weren't. You were a pure stone, man. You're in the Stone Age. You had a dinosaur walking behind you at one stage. That was Barney.
There's me club. You see it there? There's me club. Right?
Yeah, there's your club. Is that a bottle of wine?
It's a bottle. It's all right. It's not a club.
We know what you've been up to.
It's second full of water as well. I didn't realise.
Oh, God's sake. Philip cocking up.
G'day, Carl. But the missus now after that.
G'day. Back in a minute. Need to smash the like. He.
Yeah.
We've got Jazz Funan. We've got Jazz Funan. Vernon 1.0 was very good at Leipzig. Yeah. He was very good at Leipzig, actually. Same here, says David. David, it's BS. I'll switch off till I dare giving an interview. Well, that's not BS from us. Carl Simpson, Brian, there's nothing we can do. Radu's agents and engineering the whole thing. His sole tactic was to get himself more money. We'll have to see who Radu chooses. But we'll say he has spoken to Decky and Bentancur as well today. Yeah. And he wants to come to London. So not all the Harry Kanes in the world's going to scupper this thing. Pay the 30 million.
If you just say something about Radu, and the first thing I would do when I got to Tottenham, first thing I would do after putting on the white shirt and pointing to the badge, I'd sack his agent and get a new one.
Yeah, I would. I really would, Philip. Yeah. Paid the 30 million. Right. Philip knows this is my biggest bugbear at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you mind explaining what Tottenham have done, Philip?
Tottenham have offered 25 million plus 5 million add-ons, total 30 million. Official offer.
And we offered that 7 days ago or 6 days ago.
But your man is trying to engineer more money out of other clubs, and that's where it's at.
And I have got a point where this bid came in for Bayern Munich tonight, and I'll tell you where it did come in. I think Philip nearly fell off his chair when he read it earlier. And Bentancur, not at you, Derm. What at me? What at me?
Not having a pop, I don't think.
I did it. I did in David's group chat. I put what I thought of agents in there. No, not at all, Derm. It's twits. It's twits on
Twitter.
You guys are in the clear, mate. No kangaroo in your bed, cobber. No, that's true. Viva rock you. Yeah,
that's more like it.
Yeah. We've got Carl. Whatever happens, I know for a fact that Ange has got a list of other defenders he wants. Yeah, I know that too. You said that, Carl, already. Actually, I have another question about outs. He's very good, Jazz Fusion. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
It said Hill, Reggie, Dyer, Prairie, all cleaning decks as a big part of this. As the ins, it does though, Philip, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? Who do you think will be out? Dyer's going out, isn't it? He'll be out now. Whatever.
Dyer's going out, hopefully. I think Reguilon is going out. It looks like Jed Spence is as well, which we'll cover later on. Brian Hill has no intention to go, and I'd keep him. I would keep Brian Hill. Pierre Højbjerg, that's the one that's gonna open a couple of doors. If he goes, then we probably get a new midfielder in.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go, then we won't.
No, the latest on Gallagher is that he's staying at Chelsea this window. He's not. He's not moving this window. So
right, okay.
It sort of draws the question: will Højbjerg move in the summer instead of the window? And I think that's what's going to happen, Philip. For my
What about Calvin Phillips? What about Calvin Phillips, though?
I think Tottenham are in for him. Tottenham are looking at that situation. So look, what I was told today once these two transfers are in, and a few have gone out, Tottenham will not do any more business for how long this has taken. But I have my doubts on that. I have my doubts on that, Philip. One more may come in. We may get three in.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll get Calvin Phillips unless Højbjerg moves. There wouldn't be any point. And plus, I presume it's going to be the usual spate of younger lads going out on loan as well. But
yeah. We've got David saying tail. Yep. Philip's got a kangaroo tail in his bed next to him. It's tickling his leg. And he goes, "Ooh, kangaroo, you're very nice for dinner."
Stick to the football, come on.
So he turns round to the missus and he says, "Missus, stick another kangaroo on the barbie for me and get me a beer when you're there." There you go. That's not a bad Australian accent, actually.
Do you really think so?
I don't think so, Paul. I want to know.
Let David judge. Let David judge.
Yeah, let David judge on that.
Don't be too hard on him.
No, damn, I can't do it now. I can't do it now. It says, I do not go on clickbaiting channels. I only go on awesome channels like yours and the Irish and Tottenham on top. Thank you so much indeed, David. Very, very kind for you to say so. He has the same agent as Big Vic. The Asian deserves a kick up the ass. Well, he does.
Oh, right. I bet he wasn't telling Big Vic to go somewhere else.
Maybe Big Vic told him to feck off.
Maybe.
Oh, and thank you, Poch, for some light relief. Yeah, it was funny tonight. Would Poch be sacked in the morning, Philip?
No, not hard. Well, no, I don't think so. Listen, it's a two-legged thing. They'll probably get through. So, but he's bought a bit more time.
Did you hear the latest I'm hearing about Mourinho? His representatives have already started talking to Todd Bowley's representatives at Chelsea.
Oh, for God's sake. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If Mourinho goes back to Chelsea, that just shows you Billy Smart's circus is only in the halfpenny stakes after that. Yeah. They'll probably be having... They won't have the band will be led out by a marching band with elephants and giraffes and clowns and cartwheels. Because that's what it is, a clown of a club.
Yeah. I'm just checking if there's any breaking news. There may not be, but listen, it could break in the next hour. This news could break suddenly, Philip, out of nowhere. It could break. We've got good day, everyone in the chat, Cubbers and Cubberettes. There you go, Cubberettes.
By the way, David, if you're ever making a remake of Crocodile Dundee '97,
David, David's the man. Yeah,
no, you, you.
Fair enough. G'day, Cubbers. Yeah, that was absolutely 100% goal. Chelsea losing. It was. Yeah. If we don't get Radu, I will be telling General to go full off over to. Sorry, read that one out for us, Philip, will you?
Yeah, more or less, Carl saying, if we don't get Radu, I'll be telling Genoa to go F off over Spence. I'm petty and I don't care. Yeah, I think if okay, it may not be Genoa's fault, but I don't know, why should we give him one of our players when one of theirs is whatever. Anyway, we'll see. No, he is coming to Tottenham. He is coming to Tottenham.
Yeah, close, he says. Close, with a big laughing.
Is that close or close?
Close.
Carl close, said, don't do it again.
We will get at least 3 first-team players have asked to leave. Yeah, they have. I think Dyer's one of them.
Yeah.
Dyer's one. Højbjerg.
Reguilon.
And who else?
Dombele.
Would he be too?
He doesn't have to ask to leave. We want to get rid of him anyway.
Would he be too ticked to ask to leave? Just leave little food little kebabs, a little trail just outside, and didn't chuck his boots after him.
I hear his transfer request is written on the back of a McDonald's Big Mac packet.
And seriously though, Philip, what a waste of a talent though. What a waste of a talent though. Seriously,
what a waste of money as well.
Yeah, fucking was. We've got what has happened with Dragusin. Nothing, Louis. He's coming. Just relax, chill out. He's coming. Hope he fucking comes now, Philip, of us giving him the big up. I'm just a harmless potato. Big up, just a harmless potato. I had chips tonight, so I cooked one of your. The missus made chips out of one of your relatives. Please don't judge me. I'm very sorry. I will go to the potato police and hand myself in. But big up, Chelsea, and he's just rolling around on the floor laughing. Missus looking at him thinking, "What's up with you, potato?" I'm laughing because Chelsea lost. Right, David says, "Gotta go, my friends." Mick, AK, Dundee, and Phil. Hooray! G'day, Spud. Dermo has been cast in the remake of Mad Max.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Philip's been cast in that as well as my sidekick.
My favorite role, my favorite line in Crocodile Dundee is when they're mugged outside and your man says, "I've got a knife." He says, "Call that a knife," and he pulls out this one at 10 times the size of it.
Yeah. We've got David. It's now a comedy. Yeah. We've got David, we've got Carl. Despite the rumours saying he's 100% committed, Gil has asked to leave. Yeah, he has. He's one of them as well, Philip.
Is he? All right, I must have read that wrong. I thought he was going to stay.
Big up to Eltel Cockerell. Big up Eltel. David, I see a Father Ted connections when I come on here.
Oh, you see lots of them, all right.
Yeah. Well, I'm Dougal, and that's Father Ted.
Thank God it was Father Jack last week. That was a big insult. Yeah. Down with that sort of thing anyway,
Good evening to you all, says Just Potato, saying hello to everyone. No, says Just that's my God. What's Jesus? He can't help you. Mrs. just said, "Can Jesus help?" I said, "No, he can't help us either." He might do something to the to Radu's agent, but that's about it, I think. Something Cobber. We've got Brian. Have you been told about Dragusin's destination? Yep, Tottenham, North 17. He'll be here in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. Jose, is the Bayern Munich transfer just agent talk? Now, we're going to give it up the very latest in 2 seconds once I go through the chat. I will give you up today. A Rome.com, says David.
A Rome.com, yeah.
Yeah. And Daniel says, "I have a strong feeling Dragusin goes to Bayern." He ain't going. Their deal is more, and they're doing the deal much quicker, whereas we've been flapping around for it for 10 days. Look, Daniela, I'm going to say it before, I'm going to say it again. I will give you the information I've been given. I'm going to give it to you in a minute and show where this other deal came in. Transfers are complicated, aren't they, Philip? They're not a
yeah.
As Philip puts out a massive yawn there. See, being in the Stone Age is tiring, isn't it, Philip?
Yeah, it is actually, yeah.
But transfers are not easy, are they?
No, there's so many different strands to be filled in and completed. Not easy. A loan is easy, but transfer isn't.
At Lou, no buying have bid down to Radu now, and that is a compliment. Oh, okay, thank you very much. It's all good, Daniela. Just wait and see. Thumb dysfunctional today. I know how you're feeling. I know how you're feeling. Good day, Daniela. Hope you're not too frustrated. If Mia was on that would have gone a totally different
That would
direction.
be an after 9 p.m. comment, all right?
Yeah, well, it is. It's 10 o'clock, Philip. Hopefully it is, Carl. But anyway, this is the latest now, guys. This is it. Now, during the document preparation with Tottenham, Genero received and accepted Bayern's bid. Now, both clubs have the green light both clubs have the green light of the team. It's up to Radu. Tottenham still confident, personal terms agreed, but everything can happen. That was the latest. Then I got this bit, then about 10 minutes later. As it stands, no personal terms for Bayern have been agreed. Spurs still out in front. So that is the very latest on the Radu deal. Where do you think it's going to go, Philip? Where do you think where do you think it will?
If they've accepted 2 bids, right, then it's and they're a mirror image of each other. It's pretty much up to the player to decide. And from what we can gather, he wants to come to Tottenham because if he goes to Bayern Munich, he'd be maybe 4th or 5th in line to play centre back. Whereas he comes to Tottenham, he's further up the pecking order. My hunch is, unless something drastic happens and the agent does something stupid, he's coming to Tottenham.
And look, where do you know? How have you ever heard of this? It's got to the preparation stage, Philip, when the documents are being drawn up. I mean, Genoa should
have said, right, we've accepted the bid, not accepting anymore. Genoa have not been entirely squeaky clean on this one either.
No,
they should have told Bayern Munich that Tottenham's bid's been accepted. That's the end of it. Gentleman's agreement where he's going to Tottenham, but they've allowed them sneak in the back door here, probably with the pushing of the agent. Yeah, and Genoa are not a big club. Let's face it, they're not a big club, and this is probably one of the biggest deals they've done in recent years. And maybe they're not used to it. Maybe they don't know the way things are done. But I think once it's all done and dusted, we'll hear the real truth of what's going on here, what went on in the background. But it's not good. It's not good from Genoa.
And of course, there it is again from when I've joined the big club, Philip. I'm here to Tottenham now. Werner is titles.
Titles. Yeah.
We're a 6-month loan with a buy option of 17 million. It's gone across the bottom, guys.
That's buttons.
Look,
that's buttons.
That's buttons. It is. It really is. Well, look, this is where it stood this morning, Philip. Before we got to this evening, right? Final details now being discussed for Radu. Think announcement will be at some point today or tomorrow. Now that was this morning. And then I got this a little turmoil because Werner's on his way to complete the final part of his medical test as a new Tottenham player. Well, he's now been announced. So where do you think it went wrong from that first bit, Philip, to preparing for paperwork, and then this comes in?
The agent got onto Bayern Munich. Right? The agent contacted Bayern Munich and stirred the pot, right? But you know, Dermot, another reaction. I'm just thinking on the Bayern Munich suggestion with Eric Dyer. Right now, if Dragusin does go to Bayern Munich, which is not going to happen, but just imagine, say he did, right? That's the Eric Dyer transfer gone down to Swanee, right? He's not going to be going there, which means Bayern Munich will have displeased their major player, Mr. Harry Kane. So looking at that from that point of view as well, they've got a 5 million player in Dyer, or 25 million, 30 million player in Dragusin.
They've put in
not
a
even
bid
guaranteed to get into the team. I go for Dyer every day of the week.
Yeah, they've put in a bid of 27 million euro. That's the bid.
But that's in total. Is that in total?
That's in total, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're a million ahead of them on the extras. So
yeah, but they're offering more money on the wages front and probably bonuses front.
Well, he's agreed. He's agreed terms with Tottenham.
He has,
if he wants to come to Tottenham, right? Okay, I'll be devil's advocate again here. If he decides that Bayern Munich, the money is better at Bayern Munich, and he goes there, well, let him go. Let him go. He's a turncoat. Money has turned his head. Like, I'm going to talk later about Saudi Arabia and. Make your eyes water, some of the figures there. Like, I'm still confident he'll come to Tottenham. That you see that the Ange project, he'll play a much bigger part in it than he would if he goes to Bayern Munich.
Does he need a phone call from Ange?
Sorry?
Does he need a phone call from Ange?
Well, he's talked to him already, I'm sure. So I'm sure another phone call would be nice. Along the lines of, listen, son, stop pecking around. Come, get on the plane to London and come down to North 17. That's what he should be saying to him.
Yeah,
Timo Werner's bought the project, and he's a lot more experienced in the game than you are. So come on, get with the project here.
He spoke to Ange it took Ange 5 minutes to convince him.
Yeah, and it would take that's all it would take Radu as well if he rang him.
Well, he has agreed personal terms, Philip. He's agreed personal terms with him. He's spoken to Ange, so he knows what he's getting. He knows what he's doing. So. Just get on with it.
It's in the lap of the gods now. We just hope the common sense prevails and that he decides to come to Tottenham. And but Carl Simpson's right. If he doesn't, if for some reason he decides to go to Bayern or somewhere else or whatever, I would tell Genoa to stick the Jed Spence deal up there, Swanee, because
and also Vicario will be on to him as well.
Exactly. Look, Vicario should say, listen to say to the agent, listen, you effect this one up. You're not my agent anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe without that soften his cough.
Yeah, and also, Philip, don't forget, Radu played with Bentancur and Decky Juventus as well. They've all played together.
Yeah, that's it. That's
So
it.
it's not a
Well,
case
that's a
of
big thing
Yeah.
too. You know,
it is. Daniela says, so in all sincereness, you think he's coming to us? He is.
Yeah.
He will.
Yeah.
I really hope. I'm putting my reputation on he does. Oh, hell. I hate saying things like that. Jesus. Oh my God! I meant with the transfer news and the shocked look, Ferrer on shocked look on his face. We've got Samba. Big up, Samba. It doesn't much better. Do you want to read some of these out, Philip? I'm finding a bit.
It doesn't get much better if we sign Dragusin. We have a good player. We have a good players than him, Madison, Sarr, etc. It doesn't matter, I think, but actually, Simba, Dragusin is a centre back. Madison and Sarr are midfielders. We need a centre back in.
Yeah.
Regardless of who's the better player or whatever, they're playing different positions. So, you know, I think Dragusin is an important addition to our squad, and we should be going really hell for leather to get him in.
Ooh, there's a twist in the tale.
Well,
there is a twist in the tale. Now, I don't know if how true this is, but I've just been given this, right? I'm actually gonna wow. If this is true, then true. Hang on, just talk amongst yourselves for 2 minutes there. Sorry.
This must be something special now. This must be.
Right. I'm trying to find out if it's true. This is from our source.
We'll put it down as a rumor at the moment, but
it is a rumor. This is a rumor. I don't know how to spell rumor, so there you go. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is it. I have just been given something. I'm trying to get verified by a credible source. Backup plan. If Radu goes to buying 40 million plus diet for Ligt, again, trying to find out if this is true. Now,
Ligt is a good player. He played for Ajax against us in 2019. In fact, he scored in the semi-final against us.
I have stated this might not be true. This is only a rumor.
I would say that. Just give us 2
minutes there, Philip. Just give us 2 minutes. Can you talk through the chat there for a minute? Just give us a minute there.
I can't bring them up there, but that's the problem.
No, just talk them through.
Yeah, I think if that is a Ligt, now Ligt would be an upgrade on Dragusin. Ligt has done it all. He's played for Ajax. He's played for Juventus. He's a very good player. He's now with Bayern Munich. That's an interesting one. My gut reaction says no. That is only a rumor. That will not be true. But it's never say never. You just don't know. I mean, I don't know. Just put it in the chat there, lads. What would you feel? Would you rather have just one word answer? Dragusin, Ligt. Who would you rather get in if it came to a choice between the two of them? Just give us an opinion as to what people are thinking there, because I think that's quite a massive statement of intent from Ange Postecoglou if they're looking to go for Ligt. You know, it could well be, with all the seriousness about going for Dragusin. Ange is a straight talking Australian. He might have come to the stage, or about to come to the stage, well, listen, lads, if you don't want to come to Spurs, you can bugger off and we'll get somebody else. And that may be where this has come out of, you know. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I just see, is there any answers in the thing about this? It looks to be Ligt is out ahead here. Apparently, I have to read these. I can't show them on the screen because I haven't set up properly on this yet. Carl Simpson says, "Give me Ligt. Screw me, I would take that." Neil Shafton, Ligt and Van de Ven. Yeah, what a combination. I think this sounds a bit like pie in the sky. Very much, says Greg. So it may well be. Jazz Fusion. Ligt is an injury worry, though. Well, yeah, he has had some injury issues, all right. And Side Dancer 83 is saying Ligt is quality. He certainly is. Dermo's hot on the trail of what's going down, says Ellie. Hi, Ellie. And Lou's Chill Music is Ligt. Dara, Ligt. Carl Simpson, Bayern have not even offered personal terms yet. Could Bayern be playing games again? Possibly. Simba is saying Ligt is great. Hot God, Ligt. It's all Ligt, Dermot. It's everybody so far has gone for Ligt. I asked for a poll in the chat.
Yeah. Right. Bayern's bid was 31 million. It was 1 million more than Spurs' offer. Right. So they've both but I'm also hearing, right, Napoli, that's heating up with Dyer. Dyer to Napoli is heating up as we speak.
Right. I'm more concerned about Bayern and offering more for this boy than us. Then that's a worry.
Well, it's not
that means
because
they'll take the higher offer. They'll probably take the higher offer.
Yeah, no, Philip. Look, they've accepted both offers. It's now up to the player where he goes.
Yeah, but up to a couple of minutes ago, down at the 7 million. Now it's gone above Spurs.
No, it was 31 million. I was given 27, but then that's what guess was, and then it was given to me there properly 31 million euro. So they took both. It doesn't matter because both bids have been accepted. It's now up to the player where he wants to go.
Well, is it not up to you can guess who Genoa are pushing him to go to?
No, it's not up to Genoa, Philip. It's up to the player. The player,
they're going to be put. I'm not saying it's up to them, but they're going to be trying to get him to go to Bayern Munich because they get more money.
Daniel said Genoa have accepted both. It's up to Radu Dragusin.
Oh, I'm not saying it isn't, but what you can be sure Genoa are trying to push him in the direction of Bayern Munich because they get more money from him.
Yeah, but also with Jed Spence, it adds up to the same anyway, Philip. If you
that's only a loan deal. That's only a loan deal.
Yeah, but you still add his valuation into it. If it's a loan to buy, Philip, it's not a loan coming back. If he does, they will buy him.
Well, all I heard was that it was a loan. I didn't realize it was a loan to buy.
Right? Where have you got
we'll
to?
See what happens. See what happens.
Yeah, but fuck's sake. Where are we up to in the chat?
I jumped straight down to the poll about who wanted Ligt or Dragusin.
Right.
And it's all Ligt. And go back up here. It's whatever the last one highlighted is. Because
I don't know where did you start from, Philip?
I'll go back to it now. Hold on.
Hang on. Here we go. I'll start with this one. I'll start from here. We got Romero played for Genoa when he was signed with Juventus. Yeah, he did actually. And Romero, I believe he has played with him too. He has. Don't do it, Dermot, says Jazz Fusion. I think the law of the Champions League may go against us, but we will be in the Champions League next season. So I think that is going to happen. Jazz Fusion with his mouth wide open. I think he's sat there and the missus looking at him. What's wrong with you? My only issue was we could quite easily held back on Philip still. That is true. Now Neil Shafton, they don't want Spence either. That's not true. They do want Spence. That was the reason why they accepted the deal, because Spence was put in the deal. So they do want Spence, Genoa. Ellie, big up to Ellie. Chelsea are out of Irish. Do you want to read some of these out, Philip? I really can't get my teeth around some of these tonight. Sorry.
You'll have to move them on, Dermot, because I can't.
Yeah, I will do.
Chelsea are out Irish. Take another Prem scalp. They are great at that. Are out Irish. Taking another Prem scalp. Well, they're not out yet, but they're 1-0 down from the first leg against Middlesbrough. Keith Edwards is saying, just seen it, no formal offer.
Yeah.
Let's presume it's Bayern.
Yeah.
Simba is saying, big up, guys, I understand. That's about the better player.
Yeah.
Give me Ligt, screw me, I would take that. Yeah.
That's
from Carl. Yeah. Neil Shafton, Ligt and Van der Ven. Yes, that'd be some combination, wouldn't it? I think that sounds a bit pie in the sky. It may well be. We'll soon find out in the next day or so. Ligt is an injury worry, no, from Jazz Fusion. He has had his injuries problems, but I think he's been injury free for the last while. Side Dancer is saying Ligt is quality. He certainly is. And he's only a young lad, isn't he? Oh, he's only about 24, I think. Yeah.
He is only 24, yeah.
I think he was about 19 when he played against us in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Gilmore's hot on the trial of what's going down. Is that trail on trial, Ellie? And Loose Your Music is saying Ligt. Dara and Ligt. Carl Simpson, Bayern have not even offered personal terms yet. Could Bayern be playing games again?
Well, I think so.
Maybe,
yeah.
And Ligt is great from Simba. Hodgard, Ligt. Paul Jones, Ligt is out injured. Is he at the moment? I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if he is or not. Anyway, we can look that up anyway. And,
right, I can tell you, Philip, that I can tell you now that's been debunked. That's fair enough. That's been debunked. I can read out. I've had a message from my person I use, and they've said they have no intention of letting Ligt go anywhere in January. He also says that Bayern feel that they are 50-50 currently in Radu, and they're not sure he will choose them. So that's the latest from the Bayern camp.
Yeah.
That's from our source in Bayern.
Right. Just a harmless potato saying, but you bet after the Kane deal, Levy got the number of the Bayern representatives. He might have given them a call. Makes no sense for both clubs to battle it out for Dragusin. Yeah, it's like, again, I think Tottenham should have tied this up a week ago, but they didn't, and now we're in this situation. But anyway,
It wasn't Tottenham's fault.
Well, all I'm saying, when we could have tied it up. We pushed a little bit harder, maybe. But anyway, that's beside. Yeah. Daniela's lead off. So lost for this Dragoon situation. I'll just hope we get him. Yeah, I think everybody. I said last night I didn't want to hear his name mentioned again until we signed him. I'm definitely going to have him tonight because it's getting ridiculous, really.
It
really.
is.
Spurs have looked him for years, and Paratici brought him to Juve. That's who was that we're talking about? Is that? I don't think who that's about. Paratici bought him.
Yeah, Paratici bought Radu. Bought Radu. Yeah.
We just looked at him for years. I'm thinking he's only 21. The guy's been looking at him for that long. I want both. Well, there you go. We're not going to get both though. If he's crocked, he's coming to the right place. Well, that's fair enough. And Greg said it doesn't matter because both bids are accepted.
Yeah,
they took both. Genoa accepted both.
We've got Dara here with Jed Spence. It adds up to the same. It does. This is Spurs and Bayern battling out with ultimate mind games with all this other players involved. Loan with an option, not an loan with option, not loan with option, not an obligation.
No obligation, yeah. Well, that means we can hand them back. Though. We can hand back. We can hand back Werner. They can hand him back to us as well.
Yeah. Philip is right. His agent will want him to go to Bayern, probably more money.
Yeah, because of that. That's it, money. That's it.
It's obvious he's coming to Spurs. Lots of people want to play in the Premier League. Of course they do. Big up to Martin. Port Vale till I die. Good to see you all here. Big up Martin. Spence is underrated, like says Martin. Big up Carl. We've got Paul Pavlo. In all truth, our defence needs an experienced centre-back. Dragusin was a something million euro player 6 months ago. Yeah. Which everyone who actually wants to play for Spurs. We've got Dermo is hot and something, says Carl. Yeah, I'm always hot and something. Lloyd Kelly incoming, says Derek Hutchison. Isn't it against the rules to sell an injured player? I think it is actually. Lloyd's of London. We've got Spurs should try to get Kimmich from Bayern.
No, there's not a chance of that.
Yeah. Spurs even trying to buy an injured players now. Saves. No, that's not true, Martin. It's been debunked. It was not true. It was false information. This is Spurs' fault. They have been ducking around for night. Right. I've had my say in this till I'm blue in the face. And this is not a you, Neil. This is actually at the people I've seen on X and at X and stuff like this. The agent has been playing mind games for the last week with Tottenham, with the player. He's been ringing around other clubs in Europe to try to get him to Napoli. He rung Napoli. They didn't want to know he's now gone to Bayern Munich. And Philip, it's got to a point, this agent has made this a holy mess. But does Levy's reputation precedes him? So it doesn't matter how much this is the agent's fault, Philip. Levy's always going to get the blame somewhere along the line. Do you think reputation precedes him a little bit?
Well, I'll go back to my earlier point there. If we'd have coughed up the agreed asking price at the start, none of this would be happening. We'd have signed up.
Well, we did.
Cough up. But it took a while to. Then we went to a loan to buy option and this sort of thing. We moved.
That wasn't true, by the way. Can I just say that wasn't true? There was never.
That's the first I've heard of that now.
Yeah, I did say that the other day.
All I'm saying is it's frustrating at the minute. The player should be a Tottenham player. He's not. He probably still will be. But there's a whole lot of energy being wasted on something that could have been avoided,
But
the agent is a lot to blame. The agent should be ashamed of himself. But he's only doing it what agents do. He'll get about 3 million quid out of this deal. That's his. He doesn't give a shit about where Dragusin goes. He wants him to go where the biggest money for him is.
So look, I think we should quit
on this one over ahead, Dermot. We're not going to solve it. We'll have to take its course.
Philip, I'm going to have my say in it. I'm fed up with Levy getting the blame for everything. We will blame him when he does something wrong. But if you've offered a club 25 million upfront plus 5 million in add-ons, and then you have to add another player to sweeten the deal even more, then
but they had to sweeten the deal because another club came in.
Yeah,
there would have been no need to sweeten the deal if we were the only club in front.
Philip, the agent.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm also blaming Genoa for this. I'm also blaming Genoa for this.
So I got a question for you,
both offers.
Yeah, I'll question you about the question about the agent, Philip. There was talk yesterday. I saw it in TalkSport about agents and regulations, and agents trying to cough more money.
Yeah.
I'm just reading something. Sorry, Philip. Something just popped up on my WhatsApp. I'm gonna ask, if I can use this? This might actually make people understand. And this is only a rumor, by the way. This is only a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. So I'll do that. Right. I watched TalkSport the other day, Philip. Last night actually, and it was between Simon Jordan and Sky Andrews, who's a top agent of sports agent, right, of football and whatever. And FIFA, and they were supposed to come in this window that FIFA and UEFA were going to put regulations in against certain agents making more money off deals.
Yeah.
Now they haven't. They've stopped putting it in. So do you feel that FIFA and UEFA have to put something in before the summer window with agents, Philip? And also on top of that, if agents like Radu's agents is doing this, if a deal has been agreed with the club, surely another agent can't, ring up other clubs, if you know what I mean. If the club's agreed with another club, do you know what I'm getting at? Sorry.
I do. My opinion on agents are they should be all put in a boat and chucked out in the middle of the Atlantic with no food or water. That's my opinion on them. They're parasites. They are parasites. They are bleeding the game dry with a huge commission payments for transfers. All they're doing is a player's worth 10 million, they get 20 million for him because they get an extra million out of that deal. FIFA and UEFA had their chance to cap the commission at 10%. They've obviously been lobbied so strongly that they've now chickened out, as they usually do, right? The chances of them getting another thing in before the summer window, there's more chance of me going to the moon. It's not going to happen. And until agents are regulated and told to get back in line and stop querying the pitch, making players that are worth 5 million cost 20 million. There's no way Dragusin's worth 25, 30 million. Not a hope. He's worth about 10 million at tops.
Yeah.
But the way the market's gone, by the way it's been driven up by the agents, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. And I mean, this is why I get so angry about when I see an agent querying up a deal that should have been done long ago.
Yeah.
I get so angry. And that's for the Sky Andrew guy. He has made a fortune out of inflating transfer fees. Yeah. So whatever he has to say, I wouldn't pay much heed to it. He's in it for the money and nothing else.
Yeah. Can I just say, Derek, Levy is not involved in transfers. It's down to Paratici and the people that are around him. Levy's taken a step back. Daniel only, I think he has to give the final say, doesn't he? Or write the check.
He writes the check. He writes the check. That's pretty much.
That's all. So it really isn't. Martin says, I think Levy is really starting to get it right these days. And I agree with this. Perhaps he's making him less transfer decisions himself. He is. Why didn't Levy sweeten the deal for the agent? Because we would have got into trouble, like we already are.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
As a player, Radu should tell his agent who works for him where he wants to go. He is the pretty girl at the dance. Ultimately, it's up to Radu. His agent works for him. That's very true, actually. Neil, spot on there, actually.
Yeah. Agents have too much influence over their clients. It should be the other way around, but it's not.
Yeah. Now, the little bit I've got now, this is unconfirmed. This is really unconfirmed. But Radu's agent will probably get 2 million bonuses if he goes to Spurs, or 3.5 million if he goes to Bayern. Again, this isn't confirmed. Hang on, Philip. Can I just finish? This is important. I've got to get this out. This isn't confirmed, just a whisper / rumor at the moment. I needed to get that last bit out, Philip, so nobody actually clipped.
But that's what I said 5 minutes ago. That's exactly what I said. That's the only reason that he wants to go to Bayern, because he gets an extra million out of the deal. Yeah. That's it. End of story. Doesn't give a shit whether it's good for the player or not. It's good for his bank balance, and that's it.
Yeah. We've got Gerard as well, who's came in. Philip, where's Gerard? He said, always shopping at Lidl, pathetic, big Ange on his way.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't believe that. Look, I've got my own thing on that. Big up, Jared. Great to see you in. It's an agency called GG11. By the way, Vicario is the client too. Well, Riccario want to be looking for a new agent, by the way. Gerard, Big Ange isn't going anywhere. Do you think this is his first time Ange hasn't got a player? Jazz Fusion, Levy has always been involved in closing transfers. His team can find and set up deals, but he must finance them because he's the one with the money to win it, not the team.
That's a good point. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, very good point. Carl Simpson, all I'm saying is Levy should have thrown in a free bar of dairy milk to get the deal over the line.
Yeah.
Adrian, I like dairy milk, so throw it to Carl. He's sweeten the deal for you. Neil, and a lifetime supply of what's that?
Wiener Schnitzels, German sausage, and German something or other.
Yeah. And Derek Hutchins said, "Money, the root of all." It is. I agree with that, Derek, 100%. Right. Let's get on now, Philip. So I'm sorry that took so long, and I do apologize, everyone. But please hit the like button. Please hit the subscription button as well if you can. And also, please pick up your free memberships. But please, there's 51 of you in the house and only 19 likes. Please hit that like button. Now, Mr. Brady, I know it's 10 to 11 at night, and you're going to say, I need to go to bed, Dermot. I need my sleep. But I can see you bubbling. I can see your Saudi Arabian rant is bubbling away. I can see you. Look, you're getting ready. The chest is getting pumped. The oxygen's been taken into the lungs. He's getting ready. He feels the excitement of this rank coming. Now, Ajax are showing concentrated interest in signing Jordan Henderson in case he'll get the green light to leave Al Ittihad in January transfer window. Now, I spoke a bit about this today on the show at 4, Philip, and I was sort of getting to the point where I think the Saudi League, somebody put in the chat that Saudi League's going to end up like the Chinese Super League in the gutter. Now, you've done a little bit of research on this, bless you. Yeah. So do you want to give what you found out? And firstly, how do you think Jordan Henderson will be received back in the Premier League from the certain groups, Philip, that he said that he was protesting with before he went to Saudi? Simon Jordan called him a hypocrite. Do you agree with Simon Jordan calling him a hypocrite?
No, I would have done up to today when I did a bit of digging onto that particular episode. Apparently, when Jordan Henderson signed for Al Ettifaq, Now, Steven Gerrard is his manager, by the way, so that's the Liverpool connection, right? Al Ettifaq made a no-expense-spared video package for Jordan Henderson's arrival in Saudi Arabia, right? Now, Jordan Henderson arrives on the tarmac at the airport or wherever the video was filmed, and he had a rainbow armband on him. Because, as you know, he was promoting the LGBTQ community, right? The Saudi Arabian authorities showed the video with the armband blurred out. Now, we can't blame Jordan Henderson for that, but he should have seen that as a warning sign for what he was letting himself in for, right? Nothing is as it seems in Saudi Arabia. I'm sure, I'd say one of the main reasons he wants to come home is his family are probably sick of it, especially his wife, because women are not treated very well out there, right? But just a couple of facts about this brilliant league they've got out in Saudi Arabia, right? It was founded in 1976, so it's 40-something years old, right? Al Ittihad are the current champions, right? Now, the average attendance this season so far at a Saudi Arabian league game is 8,470. The average attention for the same period in League One in England is 10,613. So the crowds are less than the League One games are getting in England right now. The average salary for a player in Saudi Arabia at the moment. Now, this is for the average ballpark figure, nothing too special. Is maximum around 20 grand a week, right? Ronaldo is on 3.8 million per week. Neymar is on 1.9 million per week. All tax free. Jordan Henderson is on 770,000 per week, right? Jota, the guy that we're looking to bring back to Tottenham, is on 225k per week. Now, Jordan Henderson wants to come home. He thinks it's a failed project he's gone out to. If he does come home, it's going to cost him at least 3 million quid in tax, because when he went out there, he has to stay there for at least 2 years to keep his tax-free status. So it's going to cost him a fortune to come back in, right?
Yeah.
His form has gone down through the roof. They've lost one win in the last 12 matches. Steven Gerrard is on the verge of being sacked. Henderson's form has disappeared. Steven Gerrard's assistant, Ian Foster, has left to take over at Plymouth Argyle. Now, if you would go from a high-paid job in Saudi Arabia to manage Plymouth Argyle, isn't there something wrong somewhere?
Yeah.
So I think whoever said this league is going to collapse like the Chinese Super League is right. If you take Ronaldo's salary of that's 200 million per year for one player alone.
Yeah,
it's just it's not feasible. Now, Etihad, for Steven Gerrard to go to Ajax, they have come out and said this today. If he goes to whatever club he goes to, it'll be the club he takes, it'll be on loan. They'll have to pay 100% of his salary and also cover the loan fee. Now, can you imagine any club paying 770 grand per week to a 33-year-old near the end of his career? I can't. Now, I have no problem with players going to Saudi in 30s and the end of the career to make a few bob. But it's the likes of 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds going, they're the ones to get up my nose. I don't really have a problem with Jordan Henderson. He's made a mistake. He now realizes that mistake. But is he willing to pay the price to come back early?
Yeah. Look for me, Philip. Look, it's ridiculous. And I've got breaking news as well. On the Radu deal now. The latest I have, Philip shakes his head in disbelief or thinking, "Oh, here go." He's saying in the middle of the night, "Radu, Radu," and the missus be looking at him. Philip, who's Radu? Who's Radu? He was going, Radu, my dear. Philip, that was absolutely unbelievable what you read out.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all true. And there's more, actually. I didn't even go into it all. But, I mean, there are some players. I'll tell you just one other thing. There are some of the homegrown players, the really bottom end of it, are only earning 23 grand a year.
Is that all?
That's all they're getting. An average salary for a homegrown player who's not a first-team member, might be a reserve team player or a squad, 23 grand a year.
Jesus. Bayern have held talks with Eric Dyer over a move, Philip, but chances such of a transfer would decrease if Dragusin choose to go to Bayern, and Radu Dragusin is said to decide his future in the next few hours. Genoa will accept both Bayern and Spurs bids as revealed. 25 plus 5 million and Jed Spence on loan from Spurs, 31 million fee from Bayern. So, look, that's the latest on that, Philip, before we go on to the rest of the transfer update, guys, and the transfer news. Where's your antenna going, Philip, before we get on with the rest of the update from around the Premier League and other clubs and other?
If he said he wants to go to Tottenham, right? If that's the case, then job done. Yeah. But I have this. I'm just getting this sneaky feeling the pressure from both his agent and his club will be to go to Bayern. But let's see. I hope he comes.
Well, listen, if it breaks even at 2:00 in the morning, he's signed for Tottenham, I will bring it to your live. We will come on live wherever happens on this deal. We will give you the latest. Now, Philip, Brighton, I broke this earlier. It's now 10 million actually released. They've played the release calls at 10 million. It's not 8.5. It's actually 10 million. Triggering Valentina Barco. So he's on his way to Brighton, Philip, which is good judge for them. Fulham now considering a move for Lazio attacker Felipe Anderson in the summer, with his contract set to expire. Do you think Fulham tomorrow night, Philip? Do you think they need strengthening up in the window? Do you think they will?
They might need it tomorrow night. I hope they do well against Liverpool, but I can't see it. The Fulham strike. They scored a great run there a few weeks ago. They scored 5 goals in 2 or 3 games on the trot. But Felipe Anderson is a decent player, so he'd be a good move. He might replace Mitrovic, who they haven't really replaced yet.
Yeah. Unconfirmed reports, Philip, German source, this is from the German media, but this is unconfirmed, that Radu has agreed personal terms with Bayern. This is unconfirmed. It's not true, Philip. It's unconfirmed.
Yeah, well, no, but I'm only saying it's out. Somebody's putting it out there. And
it's his agent that's putting it.
Yeah, but until we know otherwise, it's worrying. Until he actually makes up his mind, Yeah. It's a bit worrying.
But Philip, it's unconfirmed.
I know that. Yeah, I know.
Napoli are in talks with Shakhtar Donetsk over Georgi Shavakkov's transfer. So Napoli are looking to bolster their squad for the rest of the season, Philip. Newcastle now. Barcelona and PSG are in a race for Newcastle star Bruno Gomes. Barca considering a part exchange deal while PSG are ready to pay the midfielders release clause of €100 million in 3 installments. Philip, do you think Newcastle would let him go? Do you think they need to? What do Newcastle need to do in this window? I'd be very surprised if he goes to PSG, Philip. But what do you think? Where do you think this
No,
player
I
could end
don't
up?
think so. I think Newcastle are under pressure for FFP.
Yeah,
I think they might be. The money might sway them, and it'd be a foolish move to let him go. But I think money talks, and I think that could happen.
Yeah. Everton have had no approach from Arsenal or any other club for Amadou Onana. Yet the Toffees are still struggling financial issues, so the sale of a big money player could ease those. Have Everton now become a selling club, Philip, in this window? Do you think? Do you think Everton are there for easy pickings?
They can't buy anybody with no money. So yeah, they probably will have to sell off some of their biggest assets, and I hope to God he doesn't go to Arsenal because he's a decent player.
Who would you, if anyone for Tottenham, would you like at Spurs from Everton?
Maybe that young the centre back, what do you call him, Braithwaite?
Yeah, Real Madrid are after him. I'm hearing this evening.
He's a decent player, decent player.
Yeah. Can you see Real Madrid going for him?
No, yeah, sure. Why not? They go for everybody when they talk about going to everybody. They don't go for half as many as they actually do, but they probably.
Yeah. Now, talking about Real Madrid want Alphonso Davies. He is desired left-back target for next summer. Madrid have also allegedly asked him not to renew with Bayern Munich. Talks over an extension continue to stall. Now, look, we've talked a lot about Spanish clubs on this channel, Philip, and them, the big clubs not able to buy anyone or financial problems they're having. Where are Madrid getting this money from? Because if they're broke like Barcelona, where's the money coming from?
I heard it was coming from the Spanish royal family. The subbing them. Barcelona sold their TV rights. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid are getting it from somewhere. And although I'll tell you one thing, that Alphonso Davies is some player. He's one of the best left backs in Europe. I can understand why they're after him. Now, he would cost an absolute fortune. So maybe the Spanish royal family, if they sell off a few the crown jewels to pay for him,
Yeah, I don't know, Philip. It's very worrying. Ivan Toney says he wants to repay Brentford by getting them out of the relegation battle during the second half of this season. After support the club showed him during the 8th-month ban from football, looks to set to stay this Jan. Look,
I'm going to say something very flippant about this.
Go on then.
He's probably put that on the press and put a bet on that he's going to Arsenal.
You fucker. Honest to God, trust you to come up with something like that.
That's what they do. Get everybody think, oh, this is great. He's going to stay at Arsenal. So the odds stay at Brentford. The odds of Arsenal go out to about 7 or 8 to 1, and he coins in. I'm only jesting now, Ivan. Please don't sue me for that. But that's just if he has anything in him, he'll stay at Brentford because they did look after him. But do players have anything in them when their agents get talking? No.
Do you think he deserves a second chance, Philip?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But if he does it again, that's the end of it.
Yeah. Look, big up to everyone. There's 48 or 50 of you in the house. Please hit the like button and subscription button if you can as well. It really does help the channel grow, and pick up your memberships and put in your super chats as well, guys. Turkish defender Kangliat Sinindra, who is currently at Atletico Madrid, has received an offer from Fulham and meant an interest from Roma. Just very quickly, Fulham tomorrow night, Philip, against Liverpool. It's one of the biggest games of the year, isn't it? And I'm going to do the watch along to it because I know you're otherwise engaged. If Fulham were to strengthen, do you think they could successfully stay in the Premier League quite easily this season?
Oh no, yeah, Fulham will stay up, no problem. Yeah. Absolutely no bother. No, they don't need to strengthen; they'll stay up anyway.
We've got Anthony Martial looks set to stay at Manchester United till the summer. Philip, are you not surprised by that? I thought he'd go in the summer, in the winter, but obviously he's not. He's staying at Manchester United. Where do you think he might end up?
Doncaster Rovers. That's what he's good for. No, he's a busted flush. I think he's stealing and living at United at the moment.
Yeah. We've got Liverpool also confirmed that Alexander-Arnold Trent has had knee during the last game. Trent has had scan and he will be out for a few weeks. So that's a bit of an injury. Latest up before the game tomorrow night. Philip, look, a few more things before we go, because I know you want to go to bed. Evening, Dermot and Philip. Big up Boondog for the super
Hi,
chat,
Moondog.
€2 as well. Thank you so much. He said Dragusin will join us. Yeah, he will. I know he will. Look, all this news that's coming out, Philip. The latest bit of news I've got that Raguj will make a decision whether to join FC Bayern or Tottenham tomorrow morning. This could be early or mid-morning time, unknown. And also, Luke Bade will be contacted as he is a backup option for Radu. So already Tottenham are looking at a backup option already, Philip.
Oh, as they should be. As they should be.
Yeah.
You can't sit still on this. You've got
were
to
Danny
assume the
Levy-
worst, hoping for the best.
Yeah.
You know.
If you were Danny Levy tonight now, Philip, in that boardroom or talking to Paratici or talking to Scott Munn, how angry would you be at the agent and Genera tonight? How angry would you be if you were Danny Levy?
Do you know what I would do? I would do if Bade is as good a player, right? And I would actually call Dragusin's bluff, and I would get your man to agree to sign for Spurs. And then if Dragusin agrees to sign for Spurs, say sorry, we've got somebody else. You were dithering too long. We've bought somebody else. We've got to get a centre back in. And as long as he's good, I don't really care who it is. But Dragusin could be. You know, he's got to make a big decision tomorrow, and I hope for our sake he makes the right one.
Yeah, we've got Luke
Dadruma.
Sorry,
Luke
Dadruma. Should Dragusin choose Bayern? That would demonstrate a severe lack of ambition. I agree with that 100%.
He's not going to get in the team. He's going to be sitting on the bench.
Yeah. What's good at £400,000 a week and your agent swanning around with an extra million? This is all down to the agent, Philip. This is all down to agent wanting more money. It really does my head in. We've got Carl Simpson. Morning. I thought you were calling Philip Dragusin. Moondoggy man. And we've got David Janola. Big up Dermot. Philip. Coys. We've got Moondog as well. Carl Simpson. And then Evening All from Paul G. Big up Paul G. Look, 54 of you in the house, Philip. Mad numbers tonight again. Absolutely. And 23 likes. Come on. Hit that like button. Smash it if you're the Hulk. Anything else you want to go off your chest for a few minutes?
No. I'm brain dead at the minute though, because once the power came back on, I had 2 hours work to do before I came on here. So I'm brain dead.
What's your antenna telling you, Philip? What's your antenna sort of guiding you?
The optimist in me says he'll come to Spurs. The realist in me says I'm getting doubtful. I'm hoping he'll come, but it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. And that's why having a backup option is so important. We've got to get a centre back in before Man United. Absolutely imperative.
We've got one in the door, Philip, early, 9 days in, and we've got one in the door. When has that ever happened?
No, never.
Eric Dyer could be on the way out. So this window's already turning into a bit of a good window. For me.
Well, it could be a great window.
Yeah.
The next few days will decide that.
Yeah. But look, I just want to end up in this, Philip, and is with the chance of not repeating myself. I think, look, me and Philip may differ on transfers and how they're conducted and where we are on the delusional line of players and games. And I'm sort of somewhere up in Sky, and Philip's on level sort of ground, and I'm sort of up here. And then Moondog says, hang on, where is it? Says, can you give a shout out to my son, Charlie? Well, big up, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping your dad in check and make sure he's behaving himself. But big up, Charlie.
Fan, hopefully.
And, I say he is. Philip. I say he's a big Spurs fan. But big up, Charlie, for me and Philip. Come on, you Spurs, and we'll get you on a show with your dad one time as well. That would be good on the fan show. Thank you again for the super chat as well, Moondog. Thank you so much.
Moondog.
Do you want to say anything to Charlie, Philip? Go on. Do you want to?
Yeah, Moondog, just put the arm around your dad when Spurs don't have a good result. It's very important to have someone there to comfort you. Not that that's not going to happen too often. It's all going to be good results from now on, isn't it, Dermot?
And put Charlie, when you go to bed late, right? Just sneak his sneaky prayer into God up there. Just ask him, could he put an odd sort of wink to Radu coming to Tottenham tomorrow, and then you see your dad jumping around the sitting room. Absolutely over the moon. Big up Moondog. We've got Carl Simpson. Big up on the Full-Time Sports Network for the link as well. Thank you so much. And also, no man is bigger than the club. Let him off to Munich.
Well, we'll see.
I don't blame the player in this. But look, we are going to finish off in this, Philip, with the sound of repeating ourselves, right? It is important to get out there. This has not been Levy's fault. The blame for this lays firmly and properly at the feet of his agent. Now, I think it's important to get out there, isn't it, Philip? Because there is a lot of misinformation. There is a lot of, how can I put it politely, Philip?
Bullshit.
There's a lot of misinformation. So where should people have their thoughts tonight as they're going to bed with this deal as it hangs in the balance?
It's not Levy's fault. It really isn't. Okay, there might be maybe 1%, maybe because it's Tottenham are involved in it. But I wouldn't just blame the agent for this, Dermot. I actually blame Genoa as well.
Yeah,
I really do. They should have guided the player to listen to them when the offer was there, the only offer. But no, they've allowed the agent to wheedle in, and whatever influence he has, he may be agent to other players at Genoa, and they maybe not want to offend them. There's a lot of things on this we might not know about yet.
Yeah.
But let's hope that Dragusin sees common sense tomorrow morning, and that he comes to Tottenham, and that we're all smiling this time tomorrow evening.
Yeah, it is. We've got just a harmless. Bayern are now also being linked with another centre back, Kevin, the answer 25 from RC Lens. I believe we will get Dragusin 19.8. Yeah, I'm with you on that. A bloke who fit my house carpet also did age.
He wasn't too successful at it. Obviously, he was fitting carpet.
He wasn't. Bayern have gone for another defender right now. Bayern don't want to pay that money for Dragusin. Yeah, that's
why did they offer it?
Well.
Why did they offer it then? This is
because the agent.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's money.
Yeah. He set up Nicolas Anelka with a package to play in Brazil. I bet you that made him a few quid.
He must be around for a while if Anelka's involved.
Anelka pulled out for no reason last minute. He must have thought that the agent was a complete idiot. I did ask him why did he do carpet work, and he said he liked it.
Okay.
All right, on that bombshell. It's been a mad stream tonight. Thank you so much, Philip. It's great to have you back. Missed you today at 4, but I had a laugh. It got to one point we were talking about dogs talking to their owners.
Dogs talking to okay. I can understand owners talking to their dogs, but when it gets the other way around, my God, right? Anyway.
It's all bullshit. In which way, Derek? In which way is it bullshit? Bayern talking bullshit? Well, just let us know before we know, so we know. But big up to everyone. Big up the Carl. Big up Paul. Philip, we're back on tomorrow, of course, at 4 o'clock with the Spurs transfer show. Hopefully with good news, and then I'm on tomorrow evening with. At 7:30 with the boys from Manchester United. Are you around at 7:30?
Might be around for a while. Yeah, I might be around for the first half.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the Man United guys will be following Fulham.
Yeah, and then I will be doing the watch along then for Fulham Liverpool tomorrow. It's been another mad. Oh, the whole deal, Dermot. I'll get you. The whole deal is bullshit. That's what he's saying. I still don't know. Do you mean from the Spurs side or the Bayern Munich side, Derek? I think he means the Bayern Munich side. But look, day 9, another mad day in the world of Tottenham and transfers. We're going to end it there. Philip, thank you so much again for coming on.
No
I know it hasn't been easy for you, but as a little token to you, Philip, I want to do something for you. So this is for you, a little token to say thank you.
Right, see ya. Right.
That's been missing today.
Well, you sent me off. I'm going. You sent me off. I have to go.
No,
can't disagree with the ref.
It's gone through VA. We'll let you know in the morning.
Right.
Anyway, Carl says I spoke to the dog down the road, and when I was leaving, I swear I heard him tell me to fuck off.
Come on.
On that bombshell, we'll let you do. Thank you so much for watching. We're back tomorrow at 4. Come on, you Spurs. And big Andrew, we trust.